I just needed to throw you into the deep end. It was one of those deals. Hey fellas, Onus here, and welcome back to With a Y. And if you've been on TikTok at all, you've probably seen this audio over the last few months, or some version of it. I don't know the name of the actual song, but this is a track by NBA Youngboy where he says, "She gon' call me baby boo." It had like a dance trend moment of its own, and it had like a fun little halftime beat switch. There's like 20 beats of fucking noises, man. I can't make this shit up. And like, I like the song well enough on its own, as funny as hearing it in a vacuum was. In the months since this first popped up though, there have been people like remixing it in all sorts of ways. And mostly I hear the one I showed you in the start, and that is one of the more heavenly renditions you're gonna hear of the whole thing. I think the title is something like Most Disgusting Song Mashup or Remix I've Ever Heard. And like, that isn't necessarily a negative from my perspective. I guess this counts as your obligatory Deltarune mention for the video. And one of the things they do all the time is like, if you're remixing some music from a game and you have like a unique visual, you're gonna make NBA Youngboy say, "She gon' call me baby boo," using the text from the game, man. It's only the smart thing. The longer I listen to this, the more it sounds like a random Friday Night Funkin' mod track. Like, using the babes and boops as like all of the background instruments is very Friday Night Dustin adjacent, man. You gotta give me that at least. I don't want to stay on this particular one for longer than we have to, because there's actually a lot of layers to this shit we have to get through, but I need to hear what the drop sounds like at least. She gon' call me. That's the only line he has, man. Sometimes you write character dialogue so good you only need to remix all those words into new sentences. For instance, "You're taking too long," or whatever the fuck. There are many different remix variants of this, some of which I can't show because they are copyrighted, but the other major thing to go along with this is the insane visuals people have put together for some of these. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I think some of the edits that people have made to this track, you could probably put on a resume for like why you should be allowed to make the visualizers for some artist's album release. From STRR569, I made a new account for this shit. They just do not want that associated with any of their previous work they might have some pride behind. These Baby Boo remixes have also just appeared as like one of the endless amount of TikTok songs you'll hear used as background music. There isn't like a particular NBA Youngboy bit anybody is doing, or it's like not necessarily a new remix on its own. It's just something that people actively soundtrack their lives to. Like, this guy, Just Call Me Caden, was in his house and just decided to do this one day. I don't care what anybody says, that counts as cardio. That's at least as efficient as doing jump rope, man. I know it's sped up, but the amount of vibrations you have to get in every limb in your body without falling over is nothing short of impressive. For a better example of someone not just doing a funny video to a funny sound, when I zone out making fake scenarios in my head, but my mind wanders too far, and now everyone is twerking and I lost the plot. I know all of us, yes, we, you and me, can all relate to this. This has happened to you, especially if you've ever worked like a minimum wage job. Actually, genuinely impressive performance. Now, we'll get back to the somewhat legible remixes in a minute here, but we need to go off even further into the deep end and like dive headfirst into the brain rot of it all. Because I know it's like a comfort thing for a lot of you, I've decided to hinge this particular example on a Deltarune version. I'm gonna be entirely honest, it will not fully protect you from the horrors about to come your way. They made fucking Jackenstein say "She gon' call me baby boo," and it actually sounded like his voice from the game. Incredible stuff. If you couldn't tell, it's just cycling through tons of different eras of Deltarune brain rot over the last half a year or so, 8 months. You might have spotted Togor, Deltarune 6-7 theory, which was a completely unironic theory by Spooky Dude. It's actually good, you should watch it. And it replaces the plap 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 noises with just ear-grating rim shots on what I can only assume is a fucking trash can lid. So 20 beats of that, and then NBA Youngboy comes around for the reprise. Can't forget the screams. Oh probably could. It just loses all semblance of an attempt to remain legible, like, by the end. It is nice to see the original fan designs of Pluie making a return, even in modern-day fandom interactions. There was a very good chance that after we got an official Pluie and it was a cute little cat mic, that this fucker was just gonna be lost to the sands of time forever. One of the higher effort ones I've seen people do is, like, they'll make audio edits of Baby Boo to existing, like, TikTok audios that have edit trends associated with them, and they're like, fuck it, NBA Youngboy is looping the rooms now. There's multiple of these, and they actually all have done pretty well. He might be the greatest of all time, dude. Look at the goddamn Kirby belt he's rocking. Hashtag Baby Boo, hashtag Kawaii, hashtag gay, hashtag NBA Youngboy. I'm not gonna pretend to be the biggest YB listener in the world, but a part of me does wonder, like, some of the people who are making these remixes, how familiar are they with his body of work? One of the most prolific rappers of our lifetime, that's for sure. To me, it's, like, kind of fun when I'm spelunking in the wild looking for new ones of these, and there are points where I can't find the original remix or a relevant visual. I'll just hear, like, a new one completely jump scare me on what would otherwise video otherwise unrelated to Baby Boo. Like, this is how I found the FNAF fucking remix. I was tempted to say that they just gave up making the lyrics pitch match to the music box at all by the end of the video, but I'm realizing that they actually tried really hard. They made YB hit notes that he probably never will in his normal vocal range so that it hit the real fucking high notes in that music box jingle. Shout out this guy who looped the Baby Boos, but like in person after somebody gave him the tools and the audio to do it. I want to look at this guy's room real quick though. Fucking Jax plush spotted, man. Immediate mark against your character. I'm judging you very harshly. Why is the monkey's mouth taped over, Matty-O Goose? What the hell did he say that offended you so dearly? I can respect the Pokemon stuff at the top, at least. Dude, get the fuck away from me. Do not do the Foxy jump scare at the end of that goddamn video, man. I don't know if you can tell, but I physically backed away from my microphone, so if I sounded further away, it's because that was like some real method acting on my part. The easy joke here is imagine doing this like alone in your room and recording yourself to send it out to the world, but like consider what I'm doing right now, man. At least if you live in an apartment complex or have roommates below you, the worst they'll think you are is a bad upstairs neighbor doing this shit. You can probably hear me from the other side of the fucking neighborhood when I record any one of these videos. There is like an alternative side to these relatively high effort remixes people have been making. It is alternatively one of my favorite things when people do not fucking try to pitch match at all.
This has been a LARP production.
This is the fucking best one! I lied, guys. I can't even find the one I was talking about where it was like a low effort thing where the guy didn't even bother to pitch match. He just like extended the length of the syllables to match the beat of the song. But this shit is fucking incredible. Oh my god. I need a remix of Cry For Me with this shit on there now, man. What the hell are we waiting for? You know, I think it's important that we actually get acquainted with the lyrics of what we're talking about because there is some real heavy pensmanship going down on this thing that I think you guys should learn the words before you go and spread the gospel in the wild. Baby Boo official lyrics. Thank you, Blakey, Wakey, Eggs, and Bakey for... What happened to the first three? Jesus Christ. How many before you were there? How many are there gonna be after you? I think that about covers our bases for this video. Remember, while you're out there, baby and boo responsibly. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at @withany. That email's in the description if you guys want to send me any video topics. Anyways, piss off.